Hey, 76.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I get back up.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Check, Fresno. Deuce.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They go play action now. Jackson dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
We're going 25 to Mike. Your track. Watch the edge.
Jackson. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Watch out for Hill on the return. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. That's a punt return of 89 yards as his guys are able to strike first. Lambeau up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Check safety. Shift.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll run it. He finds some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Combo. We ain't giving up nothing today. Alert 3.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Single. That's single in the slot. Check down. 81. Cut.
Throwing is Jackson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Keep playing hard.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
30. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They'll run it here. This is James White. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Alert. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, Delta.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A third down gain of 19.
Sponge! No! 61, matchbox.
First down, here's White. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Allen, that one complete to D.D. Westbrook. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
57. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know that.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. This is White on the screen. Able to slither by. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, it's complete. James White. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
Here's White. And some room to work. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Let's go, Miami! 50. 6 man. Check curls.
They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Mike's 50.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And now, is it 4th down? No, it's 3rd down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now he's going to go deep down. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Under crunch. Rush in. Check it.
Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
3 buzz.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Set. 25 to the flat. 20, 22, jet, bomber. Here we go. 22, jet, bomber. Whip. Go. Watch the whip.
Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Frank Clark able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 10-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, But they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
56, right there, 56. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Tucker now for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
We play to win. Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And here's Allen throwing again. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
57. Hey, Haywood. You're not ready. You're not ready.
On 2nd and 15 now. Allen. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 31, Allen, it's Hill, complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
50 seconds. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
They'll run on first down. It's White. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Give him 52 yards on the ground.
Boys, 56. Check, 56. Hey, tighten down. Hey,
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
I know he might be a little winded after that previous long run, but now you're in goal-to-goal situation. That changes what you do defensively, and it worked for them on that play.
Maybe trying to reward him after that long run. We'll see if they go back to him again on the ground. This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they...
Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows and just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I got you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
14's the mic.
At the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
Mike 14.
From the gun, Jackson.
It's just me and you.
Being chased out left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Now Jackson steps away to his left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Allen. He hits White, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Hey, watch the slant. Quick down.
They'll run with White. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Right there.
Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
Hey, Mike's 50. My Lord. Hey, I'm coming.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen, and he completes it to Westbrook.
Oh, yeah.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
I got you, son. I got you. Hey, box drop. Mike, 56, right there, right there. 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, it's White. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Allen. He's got White here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
37-yard line.
56 is the mic. I'm here all day. Safe. Hey, tight. Hey, echo. 56.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, a run from White. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free. You get to play have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Take 4, take 4. Kill. Hey, turn on.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that's complete to Cooks. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson, forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the 1st.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he is all the way up past the 25.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Go.
Now Allen. They complete it to Hill. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now White. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Man out. Watch the shift. Jack Rabbit. Mike 3, Mike 4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 55 yards. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
A tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. 20, 10, 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 3 yards out. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in. And it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Stop. Watch the safety creep.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Jackson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And a timeout comes in.
100-yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. No